G'day, and how you going? Today we're talking about the realities of living in Australia. So, basically, as you can see behind me, what is that? That's a damn train line. And you can see I'm at pretty much, there you go, there's the fence. So this is my backyard. My bedroom is straight there. So I'm doing this outside because it's better light. And no one actually wanted this train line here. Oh, very windy today. So this train line it's been there for about 2 years. I think it started operation the end of 2019. So it started there, and at the start it was fine. It was very quiet. We didn't really notice it was there. Then in October, what they done is they graded the line, so they actually filed it down, and ever since then it's just been very noisy. So, but before that, in 2017, people were actually trying to stop this from being built because it's really just too close. We moved here because there was no train lines. So you can see the larger trees there. They're about 40 to 50 years old. So they started growing when the train line was abandoned, the original one, in 1970s, but they really hadn't used it since the 1940s. And obviously this has been kept. Maybe they were going to build a train line all along. They never told anyone. This is the way governments operate. They don't really tell you, they just do things. So this is part and parcel of living here like in any other country, is that sometimes you just don't get a choice in what the government does. Government just says, yeah, we're building a train line. Then they done a tender, see which way was best to build it, and obviously this probably saved them the most money, and they just built it. And people tried to stop it, but the government says, we don't care, let's just do it. And Australia's probably not the worst in that. There'll be quite a few other countries which the government really doesn't care about the people, so it's just worse. But we're not talking about them, we're talking about Australia. So this just highlights that even though a lot of people think that Australia is a nice, beautiful country, you do have downsides. And I would say overall the downsides are outweighed by the upsides. We've got universal healthcare, got minimum wage, got good infrastructure. So you see the roads there, the footpath, still in good shape. They're about 13 years old. So sorry, just getting disturbed. So yeah, those roads are very good, well made. But if you go over the train line, over that side, the roads are a little bit worse. You get a lot of cracks developing in the actual pavement, which is not good. Okay, so here comes the train. Hopefully you can hear the terrible noise that comes out of it. It's very loud. It's like a ghost train. And every morning at about 4 o'clock, that's my alarm. That actually wakes me up in the morning. I'm a person who doesn't like noise or light if I sleep. And if you wait there will be a train that is coming from the other side. The noise is not as bad, but when they actually first done this, it's really loud. You couldn't actually speak to a person in the street. So all in all, lots of cars. People are pretty rich around here. So all in all, while we do have our upsides, this is one of the downsides, especially if you buy a house in a train network. But there is an upside with this train line in that all the house prices up here have increased probably about $200,000, which at the start when it was first started going, the house price around here were about 450,000. Now they're about 700,000, or 450,000 to 700 to 800,000, should I say? So that's a positive. And if you wanted to move out, you can. But the downside is, if you move out, you're going to buy another property that's pretty much the same value as what you sold this one. But luckily, if you bought it 10 years ago, then that is a positive. Okay, so here is the train coming from the other side. Sounds like a ghost as well. I'd like to make a correction. That is actually worse than the other side. Probably because the tracks are closer. But it just looks like a ghost screaming going down the track. Oh, that's terrible. Anyway, this is just my analysis of a train line. Just make sure if they try and build a train line that it is not as noisy as this.